Good afternoon, how are you all? Thank you for tuning into the studio here at Wakefield. It's lovely to see you all. For those of you who are tuning in for the first time, my name is Tony Derrick and this is the studio that helps people craft and mindfulness and just a little bit of everything using these. No soft craft though, unfortunately, but definitely paper craft. So if you are not a subscriber, don't forget to click that subscribe button. There is a little HD button as well that gives you a better viewing experience, and if you do like the video, please give it the thumbs up, that would be appreciated. So in today's studio I'm going to announce the winner of the last studio, so if you pop a comment underneath the YouTube video from that day, I announce it the next time we are live. So today I will announce the winner of our last YouTube video and I'll announce it at the end, and I also have another giveaway. So all you need to do to be in for a chance to win is pop a comment below this video once it's finished, and then I'll pick a winner at random. Okay, so it's the How to Craft Network. If you put in Stamps by Me or How to Craft Network, you will find us. They are both linked, they both belong to us. And basically it's a channel where you're going to be able to see lots of guest demonstrators here making, creating all sorts of good stuff to keep us entertained, whether it be now while it's a difficult period or later down the line when we're all back to normal, hopefully, and we can live life as normal but still enjoy the craft. So hello everyone, hi Tracy, Amanda, May, Liz, Judith, Deborah, Helen, Cheryl, Justine. If you're new to the channel today, let us know and we will say hi. If you're brand new to the channel, we have had quite a few subscribers over the last week or so. If you are brand new and are live and interactive with us now, please say hi. If you are watching this video on catch up, you can still be in with a chance for the giveaway. Just pop the comment on whenever, as long as it's before we do our next show. So today is Friday, then it's the weekend, and then normally on Mondays you're here with Simon from Avago Inc. However, you're not getting Simon on Monday, unfortunately. You're getting me. Ooh, it's me. So I'm with you on Monday. And I'm here with iMarla. Yep, it's true, iMarla. And it's on Create and Craft, and I'm live on Create and Craft at 12:45 for a double show. So pencil it down, wish me luck. I hope it works, and I hope I do Carly proud. No pressure. Unfortunately, Carly's studio is having a revamp, so I'm having to step in, and our studio is quite nice, as you all know. So I will be doing iMarla. And Carly's got a lot of work on at the moment as well. She's incredibly busy, so I said I'd help out. So you will have me on Monday 12:45 over on Create and Craft, but it will be from here in my lovely studio. I love my studio. I look around and I'm super proud of my studio. So that's that. So pop that in your diary, Monday, and then on Tuesday when we're back here in studio at 3 o'clock, I'll announce the winner of today's giveaway. Okay, so don't forget to pop a comment, and if you can, if at all possible, you can share the videos that we pop on Facebook, Instagram, social media. That gives us a wider reach as well, and it is brilliant. We are a growing channel and I just want everybody to get involved. So look at me in the thick jumper today. Now I'm red hot. Couldn't make it, could you? So have we all got a cup of tea or a cup of coffee? Hopefully. Mine's nearly gone. I've drunk it all watching all your comments. Ooh, everybody's excited, so that's super cool. So what we're going to do today in studio is we're going to use the wildly beautiful roses, which you've all got. I'm going to concentrate on these a little bit more next week, simply because I'm not sure if everybody's got their order from Create and Craft. So I'm going to wait till next week to concentrate on more things that you can do with these, and the aperture dies and the words and things like that. But they are going to have an appearance today in studio as well. So I'll set those aside. Also in studio today, I'm going to use a few of our earlier silhouette stamps for this technique. So these are some of our early designs. You probably have got these if you are an avid Stamps by Me fan. However, they have put them on at a special price as well. So if you haven't got a silhouette stamp for this technique, I've popped them on there on FBL on the search engine on our website, and they are a good price if you do want to get involved. However, it's not to sell things. We do like you to buy our products, but if you have something in your stash that's an alternative, go for it, okay? So in today's studio, you are all absolutely loving the techniques and things like that. So I'm going to keep it technique based, because I saw that you'd all tried the elastic band technique. And if you're thinking elastic band technique, you need to go back and watch the show. It was incredible. and lots of you have done lots of cards, and the backgrounds are beautiful, aren't they? So cool. So we're going to do another background technique today using our acrylic blocks. Now I have done several videos on the acrylic block technique, none which are a little bit more creative like today, but we have several, so if you want to go back and check out our earlier videos using them, they've got some alternative ways to use them as well. And to get really creative, now that there's oxides on the market and things like that, you can swap out your inks for alternative inks and get a totally different texture. So we're just going to have some fun today and create some backgrounds, and then I'll show you how amazing they can be if you just pop a silhouette stamp over the top. So I hope that's okay. Love the elastic bands, Jan said. Well done. So for this technique, you're going to need a couple of acrylic blocks. So I've just grabbed a few of my random sizes. Now have a look in your stash, see what sizes you've got. It really doesn't matter the shape, the size, as long as you can get some ink on them, they will work, okay? So I've got 3 different sizes to show you how different it looks if you swap out the shape or the inks, or you swap out inks for pens. So first of all, I'm going to work with the biggest, okay? And I'm just going to grab some of my inks, which I've already got here. So it's a really cool technique. It takes little to no effort, and if you're doing 1, 2, 3, okay, and you can create a great focal point on a background for a very simple card that looks really effective. So some of you have probably, in fact most have probably tried this technique, but now maybe swap it out for a different textured ink pad or metallic ink pads or something like that, and see the results you get from changing out those inks. So this is my ink pad. So all I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you ink pads and pens so you can see how different they look if you swap out what you're using. So I've got my ink pad, my acrylic block here, and all I'm going to do, I'm just going to basically put some ink across the top of this acrylic block. Has anybody not seen this technique? I'd be interested to know. And then I'm just going to pop the pink in the middle. I can't really see it at the moment, but I'm hoping the colour's gone down there. And then I've got like a yellowy honey colour for the base. There we go. I'm just going to bring in some white cardstock here, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my acrylic block and I'm going to spritz it with some water, okay? So this will sort of like get some fluidity on this block. So just take it down here. Now if you get any drips or anything like that, don't worry about it, it's not the end of the world. So which way shall we go? I think we'll go yellow at the top. All I'm going to do is I'm going to take the acrylic block and I'm just going to place it onto my cardstock here as straight as I possibly can, and then when you press it down you get this lovely sort of, if you can do it straight, I'll try to see if it'll let me budge it over a bit, there we go. You sort of like get this lovely sort of block of colour that's going to create an ombre effect. So just give that card the opportunity to drink that ink. And then when you take it off, you have a beautiful ombre square. Now, to do that with a paintbrush is really difficult. So this is a great alternate way of getting those juicy, smooth blended backgrounds. So that's one. I'm going to do all my backgrounds together today. So I'm just going to set that aside and we'll come back to that one. Then we're going to do another one. So let's bring in another piece of white cardstock here. And this time I'm going to swap out for my long acrylic block, this one, and I'm just going to move those colours because we've used those. And this time, rather than do an ombre technique where we go different shades, we're going to stick to one colour. Just going to pop this in here like so. So first of all, I'm going to take a light green ink pad, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the light green all over the block. Then we're going to spritz it with some water. Now you can do, what was I going to say? Sorry, it's left me. So this time I'm going to do half on the page and half off. We have done this technique several times, and the second layer, if you swap it out for heat embossing, it looks gorgeous, okay? You get like this lovely block of colour. So let's do several of these. So get that ink on there. I think you get the general idea. spritz with some water. And if you think you might be able to get a third, you can see I've got those 3 blocks of texture there. So let's swap out for a different green. Spritz with some water. You can't really see the colour until you spray it with the water. So, and this has not made much difference because it's a very similar colour. Oh, it has. I'm happy with that. So let's swap out for another one. Make sure you put the lid back on the correct ink pads. Let's go with this one this time. I'm just creating a sort of a decorative panel on the side of my card here. So spray again. And if you don't quite catch it all with the spray, it gives you texture, which is quite a cool look too. If you haven't got an acrylic block, think about what else could we use? The lid of something that's quite hard, that would work. So I'm just going to ink up again, spray with a bit of water. So we've got two sorts of 3 shades going on here. You see that there? So we're just creating that sort of abstract maybe. Again, we're going down with, I think when you play with backgrounds all the time, you know, it lends itself so well to a gent's card. So I'm just swapped out for this other colour now. You see that there? I'm going to leave that now because I'm happy with that, so I'm just making sure I put the lids on there. So you can see a thin block. So the difference between inks, I'm not exactly sure, but I can tell you that obviously your distress inks are dye based, so you can use them with your waters and your backgrounds and things like that. And your oxides are pigment and dye mixed, so you get more of a chalky finish. You can use it in exactly the same way and you get watercolour results and finishes. It just gives it a bit of a chalky texture finish. So pigment and dye are mixed together. So I hope that helps. So I'm just going to set this one aside. Look how cool that background looks though, just from a thin acrylic block. Got some right texture on there, like so. And then we're doing another one. Doing lots today, aren't we? So I'll make sure my card's clean. So let's go back to our big block and then we're going to do a monochromatic card. So I have black and I have chipped sapphire on this one. So I'm going to go chipped sapphire at the bottom. Lots of colour on there. And then black across the base. A glass coaster, definitely a good idea, Ronald. So let's try this one. So again, I'm just popping it at the top as straight as I possibly can, and when you place it down. So a great technique for this one is when you take off the acrylic block and the paint and the colour is still wet underneath, drop some salt into it. You know, the rock salt, if you drop some salt into it and then leave it to dry and then scratch it off, you'll end up with like a broken glass technique. It gives you this cool textured background. So whilst it's wet, add some salt, let the salt absorb the ink, and then when it's dry, brush it off, scratch it off, and you'll end up with like a cool broken glass effect. It's really, really cool. So then when you pull your ink pad off, you end up with this cool look. Right, so that's basically 3 quick, very, very quick backgrounds using our acrylic blocks with ink pads. So let's set that aside. So let's show you the results you get if you swap out the ink pad for a pen. So let's just go on a small ink pad, on a small one here. So let's just grab 2 pens. So I've got my watercolour pens here, and I'm going to use the brush end. So I'm just going to take that orange down to the centre, halfway down, get that colour down there, and then swap it out for like a honey colour. So if you don't have ink pads and you have pens, the looks are equally as cool, okay? So don't stress yourself out thinking I haven't got what she's using. Or if you haven't got, if you've got pens and not ink pads, or you have got ink pads and not pens. So I'm just going to stamp this up here. So this is the pens. Adele, the acrylic blocks unfortunately are out of stock. Sorry. So I'm going to show you another technique which is cool if you have pens. So I'm going to take my acrylic block, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my pen and I'm just going to go around the edge. I'm just going to paint a square around my block. So I've just painted like coloured a window effect around my block there. Let's just see if we can grab another pen, see if I've got another one under here. That's going to be bright for you. Let's go with this one. And then a second colour, just going to pop on like inside. So hopefully you'll be able to, there we go, so you can see that there. And then spray with water. And what happens here is you end up with like something that's got like a window effect, and you can move it around. And when you stamp it down, you get sort of, and you can press as hard as you possibly can if you want to, you end up with like a little bit of a smoochy technique in the centre where the centre's missing. Looks more intense with pens, it does. I have picked my brightest pens, so I think the darker, the brighter your pens are, the better. And then you get this cool, look at that, cool window. Now you're probably thinking, oh gosh, yeah, it's a square, so what? But it's not until you actually add your stamp element, the card starts to come together. So that's what I'm going to do next. So let's just set these aside. I absolutely love that square effect there. Really, really cool. So I'll just set that one aside for now. And let's work on the 3 that we've got going on. So shall we do, let's do this lovely sort of sapphire and black one. I'm just going to give it a blast off with my gun. Just 1 second. Make sure it's absolutely dry. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the stamp, the silhouette stamps. Now you should have, if you haven't got silhouette stamps, if you've got a flower that's quite a simple outline, stamp it and then colour it in black. Remember when we did the mannequin and we coloured the mannequin in black to create a solid image? You can do that with your stamps as well. So there's always ways and means of getting around things and working with what's in our stash. So I'm going to use this one today. These are in FBL. I'm just going to pop that absolutely straight up there. I'm going to hold it in place. We're going to stamp this one in solid black. And what I'm going to do also is I'm going to take one of my sentiments from my other silhouette ones from the other day. And I'll get ready to stamp that one as well. So let's just do this one in black first so you can see what it looks like. Give it a good old push down. It looks beautiful in oranges and reds and things like that. It won't work with alcohol pens, Marilyn, unfortunately. They don't like water, don't alcohol markers. However, you can use alcohol markers and alcohol ink with your blending solution, but unfortunately not with water. There we have sort of a lovely, lovely field of colour there. So I'm just going to stamp it one more time to get it really black as possible. There we go. Super cool. So let's just clean this one off and then we'll swap it out and get our sentiment on there. Question, Christine Tony, if my order hasn't been dispatched, can I add 3 stamps to my order? I think all the orders have gone, Christine, for today. They've already gone, darling. If you ordered over £50 before, you know you're going to get it via DHL. If you haven't had the DHL, I would suggest, I don't know, I think they've all gone, sweetheart, I can't promise. Let's add a sentiment on here. I can check after if you want me to though. So it's a beautiful day for a birthday. We'll do this one in black too. So we've got that there. So that's ready to go onto our card when we're ready, and we'll come back to it. It'll give it time to dry. So that's that one. So let's bring in our next card. I'm just going to give it a little bit of a blast with our gun, just to push it on a little bit. So with this one, you can, from your sort of the A5 ones that we did the other day, you can use absolutely any, of course, but I'm just going to go very simple, and I'm just going to pop this onto here so it captures that design there. And then I'll take the sentiment as well. We'll go with the same sentiment. And then we'll go black with this one. So this is like the idea with all the silhouette stamps, and the next one we're going to use our fabulous roses. Very, very simple. Let's just try and get it a little bit blacker. There we go. I really like that one. Let's just move that out of the way. We'll give that one a chance to dry, and then let's just clean this one down. So we have a whole host of silhouette stamps. Most of you have probably already got them, but for those of you that haven't and maybe do want to give this technique a try, they are on SBL. But if you you know, you've got enough craft stuff stash at home, that's absolutely fine. Find more of a solid image and you can colour it in with your black pens, which is a good idea. So then let's bring in our next design. So we have here the lovely ombre, which was the first one we did, can you remember? And if you remember, we have our lovely roses. Now I am waiting until everybody gets these home. I'm not sure if everybody's got them. So then at least you can craft along with me next week. So we'll be starting on these on Tuesday. So I'm out on Monday and then Tuesday. So let's just start to get some composition on this card. Before I actually do that though, I am going to stick it to my card blank, because it's a little bit difficult once we've got the dimension on the card. Let's just pop this under here for now. So I've got the blue card that I was going to use yesterday. I didn't want to waste it. Christine, yes, of course, you can message me after studio on my Facebook. Personal message me and I'll do what I can. I'll have a quick look after studio as well for you. So here's the blue card, and I'm just popping this sort of lovely. So you can see how, I know it doesn't look very straight. Could have been straighter, but I think you get the idea. There we go. So let's create a lovely bright and breezy card this time. So I'm just going to grab some pads. So before I create anything, I always try and do a little bit of composition with what we're doing. So I've got the two largest roses here, and these are all the bits that I did live on TV, if you remember. So you can see here. So it's sort of like hugging that watercolour panel. Right, let's go with that then. So let's go flat with this one. What stamp is the second? Okay, that one is one from what was on special the day before, and it's an A5 one. If there are any left, pop FBL into the search engine and they are on there. If it's not there, I would suggest it's sold out. So here we have the orange one. I'm just going to pop it under there. In fact, I'm going to do them all flat because they've all got a little bit of texture and curve in them. So I'm happy with that. I don't think I want to do the pads, to be honest. So orange, and then the red. It looks nice on the blue card for a change, hey? Instead of your normal, traditional. I think it does anyway. Give that a second to grab. And then I'm using the lovely words which you all saw me on Create and Craft with. So I've got here, don't stop dreaming. Not sure where to put this one now. Right, I'm going to go down for a change. Shall we go down our card? Yep, let's go down just for a change. Just to be different rather than your traditional hooking in, hey? I'll just get that a second to grab there. I'll pop a little bit of glue under there actually. So let's just pop some sparkles behind it because this card is actually finished. And then we need to go back to the other one. So the other one with the like night sky with the black and the black and bluey colour, I'm going to add some highlights to that black stamped image because I think it'll really elevate that design. So don't just think, oh, once I've stamped it black, I'm going to leave it be, because really, you know, you can be a little bit more creative than that, hopefully. So is everybody loving the YouTube? Is everybody feeling quite motivated by it? Well, I know most of you are because you wouldn't let me stand here if none of you were, and you're all tuning in every day. But is everybody enjoying how it's going at the moment? You know, we are open to feedback if you think we can improve on anything, or you know, could we do this or could we do that? You only have to ask. We can only either say yes or no, but we always try and say yes if we can. So that's one lovely card. We'll put them up at the end, hey? So let's go back to, let's just set that one aside. Let's go to our green one. Now this one is just going to go absolutely flat on our card blank. Now I have a piece of gold mirror here for this black card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to matte and layer in the gold first. These are so simple, these cards, and again, if you're making one and you've got all your inks out, just get all your inks out in one block, make a load of backgrounds, then get your silhouette stamps out and make a load of silhouettes on them, and then just add a sentiment when you're ready. You know, it's just one of those creative techniques that just tests the time. You know, it just goes up, keeps on giving. It just doesn't matter what you do with it, it looks incredible. Now, if you do some gold block lines on top, that's one of our other videos where we've done some lines in heat embossing too. So, you know, try that technique as well. So there is another card. Very, very quick, very, very simple. Let's move this one out of the way. And then let's bring our night sky. Just seeing if I have my white gel pen to hand. Hopefully, he says. It's not looking very promising, but it's okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make it look like a night sky. So I'm going to take my confetti ink here and I'm just going to add some random splashes to the sky area so they look like stars. So I want them quite small, so I'm going to use a small headed brush. Okay, so the smaller the better for small specks if you only want the tiny ones. So let's just mix up a little bit of this white here. And all I'm going to do, very, very gently, hopefully, and I'm not bothered if it goes on the white card because it'll practically disappear to nothing, but I'm just trying to get a few of those specks into that sky area. And whilst I've got that white on my brush, I'm just going to get rid of some of the paint because it's loaded heavily there. I'm just going to add a little highlight to the top. Now you can do this with a gel pen. I'm just doing it this way because I don't have my gel pen to hand. Just adding a little highlight to some of those flower heads. Very, very simple. And can we just see how it looks like the sort of night sky is casting that little white shadow onto those flower heads. And again, it looks like a piece of art, and if anything's going to make us look like artists, I am. I'm going to definitely try and make you look better than we are. Me included in that. Add some more specks here. There we go. And then let's just blast this one off with our gun. Oh, this is your favourite card, is it? Okay. Absolutely love these last two cards. I'm just going to keep drying this so I know it's absolutely dry, because the worst thing is those white spots smudge. This looks incredible. If you stamp it on craft card, coloured inks onto craft card, really cool, particularly with oxides. So I really do want you to try this technique. Post some pictures on the Eureka fan page. You know, show everybody your inspiration. Keep everybody motivated. That's what we're trying to do, isn't it? Just be that little distraction at this moment in time. So here's a grey card blank. So let's stick this one. Now I haven't gone for a matte and layer on this one because I think the artwork is going to do all the talking on this one. I'm just going to turn it over. Turn it over and hopefully it will go flat. There we go. Yep, Tracy, that's right. Wild, these are all on special under FBL. I'm trying to get everything affordable at the moment. You like that one? So we're very good for a gents card. So let's pop them all up, shall we? That was a very quick session. I don't even know what time it is, but I felt like that's gone so fast. But anyway, let's show you. So we'll try and get a nice picture for you all. So we have one with the colourful roses, one with the stripe block, one with the solid block and a night sky. I'll step out of the way so we can get a little photo. So will you be giving this one a go? I hope so. Let's have a look. Just pop, oh bless you. David, did you message me your address, sweetheart? Can you do it on my personal page? Or if you want us to get your address, just message us at info@stampsbyme.co.uk and you will find us. I haven't had your address as of yet. Maybe it's gone somewhere it shouldn't have. So let's have a look. Lovely cards. Yep, I think they're quite pretty and very, very easy. So another technique, acrylic block stamping. Tell all your friends. And have a go this evening. It takes literally 2 minutes and you're going to make a lot of cards just from a bit of ink and some water. And if you haven't got an acrylic block, maybe try something like a coaster, like one of the ladies or gents on here suggested, or something that's solid and hard that you can spray with water, something that's not porous, obviously. I don't know, whatever else maybe. I'll probably think of lots of things when I've gone off of there. So I'll post a nice picture of this one. So let's just talk about the winners of Studio. So the winner of last Studio is the lovely, for this one from last Studio, drum roll, Michaela Brown. Well done, sweetheart Michaela. If you can message me your address, this lovely stamp is on its way to you. If you already have it, I know you are a Stamps by Me follower, maybe you can gift it to a friend. But yes, Michaela Brown, well done, sweetheart. You have won that incredible stamp set. And the giveaway today, which I'll have to announce on Tuesday because I'm with Imala on Monday, so join us at 3 o'clock on Tuesday and I'm going to give the 2 alternative silhouette stamps away. So if anybody's budget doesn't quite stretch, hopefully they'll be the winner to get these. So we've got the lovely, lovely corner flourish, and we've got the one that looks very Halloween-esque, or if you turn it upside down, looks like lightning with birds. So I will announce a win for those. So well done, everybody. Thank you for tuning in every single day. It is appreciated. Back to the homeschooling for me. I don't know what you're doing this evening, but make sure you stay safe, stay connected. As always, talk to one another, and I'll see you all Monday, 12:45 for a knockout Imala show. Take care, everyone. See you later. Bye.